Hello, fellow spellcasters, wizards, witches, warlocks, shamans, clerics, mumblers, hedges, hermits. Not you. You're just a regular guy, but you smell. But everyone else, welcome to, as long as everything goes all right, the final episode of Kids on Brooms. Right? I mean, you never know what happens when players get involved. Things go sideways. The final episode of Kids on Brooms right here on Spear Adventurers Guild. I'm Mega Supreme. What's up? Okay.
What's up?
Hello, everyone.
Hey.
One thing I will miss about this game is my obnoxious intros.
It's quality. For sure.
Anyway, happy Thursday, everyone. Let us
Cinco de Mayo.
It's a holiday I don't celebrate.
I had tacos for dinner.
Nice. I'm a white guy in Minnesota. I'm not celebrating that. Let's introduce everybody. Ashley. Hello,
Hey,
who are you?
Hey, everybody. I'm Ashley, Minnesota Muse 99 on Twitter. And I am playing Roxana Greenvale, the eccentric blue-haired girl with pink glasses and apparently 5 Tanku magical forest spirits who have all been masquerading as one Walter. And she has a magical jar of pickles.
And somebody who runs a peanut butter factory is very happy with the amount of peanut butter that the school goes through as well.
I'm just helping the economy is what we're doing.
That's right. Yep. You got to boost that economy somehow. Andy, are you on target?
I'm muted, but yes, I'm on target.
It's been so long.
I've been on target all day yesterday and today. Anyways, how you doing, everybody? My name's Andy. Tonight, I'll be playing Maximilian Dufresne, a kid on a broom, a charismatic slacker, and library delver. I don't know. We're getting into it.
Nice. And Kirk.
I'm Kirk. I am playing Levin Shortop today. He's a withdrawn bookworm. He is a big fan of books. He just stole some books from the library today, and now he's getting ready to climb into a hole under the library. And I'm okay with that. There might be books down there.
You never know. Everyone does always know that the best books are, buried under the library. No one keeps the best books in the library, under the library. So, yeah, that's a known fact.
Science.
Yeah, that's science. And last but not least, the man whose wizard hat says wizard. That's how you know. Dave. Hello.
Hello, everybody. I feel like Kirk's or Levin's epilogue, like years in the future, he's kind of being like groomed to become this evil, villainous mastermind as an adult. I'm scared. Stealing books was the first step.
That's how they get you.
That's how they
Those
get
Hardy
you.
Boys novels.
Oh my God, yeah. Those are the best.
Slippery slope.
Yeah. Hey, everybody. My name is Dave. I play games and run games and produce games on this beautiful channel. I get to play with these folks all the time. I am playing Colton Sky, a wacky prankster who likes to play jokes and pranks, and he's loyal to his friends and is concerned about Carter.
What's his
Yeah,
name?
you got it right. You got it right the first time.
Carlton.
And Carter
Carson.
and Tilly. He's a bit worried about what's about to transpire, but he's excited and hopes that they don't all get expelled from the Bruxton Academy for the Arcane Arts as a result. So we'll see.
That
is
can
a
happen?
possibility. I think it's a possibility. We've been getting
Wait,
into some
what?
Oh,
serious
we haven't
trouble.
We haven't explored that. We haven't had to, I suppose.
We did save the school, so
We're
we're
good
like
kids.
heroes of Bruxton,
Yep.
but we've also caused a lot of trouble. So
We've been
it's all in the
deputized.
balance, baby.
Yeah.
We are
And you know, if you
deputized.
if you think about it, if you look at other examples of the genre, in like literally between one chapter, you're like, I just did all the best stuff, and then
Mhm.
so I think, and then you know, Harry is graduated.
Think about the Hendersons. What are
Yeah.
they doing now?
Exactly. I need to watch that movie.
It's so
Such a
good.
movie.
It really stands up to the test of time.
Does it?
No,
I
but
feel
like
like
that's
it
a
might.
fib.
I
It's
feel.
a
I
fun
feel like
watch.
it might.
it's
I
a
feel
fun
like it
watch.
might though.
Yeah, you'll get a kick out of it.
Anyway, let us talk about the things that we have going on right here on our glorious channel. As I said, it is my every intention that this is the last episode of this series of games, and we'll be starting something new sometime in the near future. But I'm not going to give anything away about that just yet. So stand by about that. Dave,
Yes, sir.
what do you got? What do you got?
Announces? Are we
What
doing
do you got for
announces?
announces? Yeah.
All right,
yeah,
we
yeah,
got
yeah.
some announces. We are still running our current fundraising campaign for Ukraine. So there's still some nasty crap going on. People need help. So we teamed up with Save the Children's Relief Effort. There's a link there in the chat. Check it out. If you can give. If you can't, maybe share the link with friends. This community has been so awesome at helping us raise money for various causes, and we appreciate you. We have a new addition to that effort coming up here in about a week and a half, starting on the 14th of May. We're kicking off a week of fundraising for No Kid Hungry. And we've teamed up with the Games Tavern and Phoenix Iwaki to raise money. It's going to be a week-long fundraising effort. We're going to kick it off on the 14th with a Viking Death Squad one shot with a bunch of really fun people. So please come and check that out on the 14th. And then we've got our Beyond Saltmarsh on the 18th that we'll be utilizing to also help raise funds. And then Chad's going to be running a game called The Castle of Mirrors on the 21st as kind of like this at the end of it to kind of kick it off. What's the opposite of kicking it off?
The capstone.
Capping it.
The
The capstone. Ooh,
Yeah.
I like that. Capstone. So yeah, we've got a bunch of stuff happening. A lot of fun people playing in that game as well. Trying to think if there's anything else.
Yeah,
I think
I'm
that's it.
not gonna murder everyone in said Castle of Mirrors. That's not what's gonna happen.
I don't believe you.
I know. Everyone's gonna die right away.
Horrible death.
It'll be real bad. But it'll be great. And it's for charity.
Wow, that got dark. We got dark for a good cause.
We got dark. Sorry. Hell yeah. So we assigned someone to do the recaps this week, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It wasn't me.
No.
I can do it.
Kirk?
I'll do
It
it.
feel like
wasn't
it
me,
was
was it? I don't think it was me.
I'm
Or
gonna have
was
to
it
consult
Andy?
my TikTok.
It definitely wasn't me.
Fuck, I don't remember.
I
I
don't
don't
think we
remember
did.
either. Don't think
We
did
might
either.
not have because
We do it in the
frankly, sometimes
round.
sometimes I
Let's
forget
do it
about
together. Let's do it together.
Let's
Ooh, that's
yeah,
nice.
it's
That's
a
really
group.
nice.
We'll close it out together. I'll start. So there we were in Roxy's room. She's like, "Oh, Walter just was here and he wasn't supposed to be here, and then he disappeared." And then Roxy was like, "Oh, I better go check in with Levin because he's supposed to have Walter." And they were building Lego rockets, and that part was glorious. Walter was building something. It wasn't maybe a rocket, but Levin building a Lego rocket. And because this is magic, it can fly. It does flying things. Like, what is Walter a master builder? Did I miss that? You gave me a look like
Oh, I
I'm
just
shit talking Walter.
I didn't realize this Lego rocket was such a big part of the last game.
It
It's
was
just
for
something I
Chad.
remember.
Right.
It's something I
Remember that part,
remember.
but yeah.
But Walter had been there the whole time. I'll kick it off to Andy. Andy, you're next.
Then
Oh.
what happened?
Well, isn't that what keyed off whether Walter was in more than one place at a time?
Correct.
Yes.
Because we found out that he was with Roxy and with them at the same time, or shortly. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I
Okay.
can't remember what happened.
So-
after that.
So, because it's Walter, I remember what happened to Walter. We decided to go to the care of magical creatures, Mr. Sandelic's office, because we thought that maybe there's something wrong with Walter, or maybe like a creepy gnome was pretending to be Walter, and then hugging little wizard girls, and that was super creepy, and we were not okay with that, and so we
that
brought
part.
Walter over to him to make sure that there wasn't something super gross happening. And it turned out that there were actually 5 Walters. And by the way, I have now named them Walter, Wally, Walton, Walt, and William.
Yes.
I talked to him.
Yes.
Right. And
Yeah,
and Max talked to them in Japanese.
that's right.
I
Which apparently
I
I've
learned
just-
Japanese really quickly.
Not been talking to my familiar in their language, which just seems really shameful now.
Well, to be fair, he was trying to hide out. Or they were
Mhm.
trying to hide out and be inconspicuous.
And they did say that they weren't all supposed to be out at the same time. It's like against some rule.
Well, I mean, no. I mean, if all
don't
of them are out at the same time, then it's easier to figure out that there is not just one of them.
They were trying to live off the one raccoon paycheck.
Right.
And judging by the amount of food that Walter eats, it was working really well.
Right.
Scavengers. They're scavengers. Freeloaders.
So after that, who wants to take it?
Yeah, then there was a medal ceremony because we were the heroes of Bruxton, and then we had a big pile of ice cream. We got deputized by the FBI agents, and then after that we went to the library and we fought some fairies,
They're
and there
chasing
was
a
a
cat.
cat named
Some of
Tilly.
that happened.
Yeah, Carter's cat, right?
Yeah. Jason Carter's
Yeah.
cat.
Yeah. How'd we get from the
Well,
Walter-
we
interrogated
heard
one
that
of the
Carter was
fairies.
in trouble, right? That's one
I
had
think we were
Carter.
just on our way back
I
to
think
the
we went to the library because the library is where it's at.
late night library time, and that's where we ran
Yep.
into those fairies in the middle of a kidnapping.
Yep.
We
Mhm,
kind of
mhm.
stopped it sort of.
We
but
beat him up a little bit. You
I interrogated
beat
one
him
of them.
up, man.
They were
You
gonna
in
eat
fact,
the
you in
cat.
fact did capture the fairies.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
captured
you had like a handful of fairies, man.
a grip of fairies.
I tied their laces together.
That
A
was
clutch.
funny. That
A
was really
clutch of
funny.
fairies.
Because then they all got tangled up and they couldn't go anywhere. That was the best, man. That was so cool.
Well, I don't know. You made
Right.
them literally freeze in time.
I imagine that we're all at the top of that hole, like we just jumped into the darkness and we're just doing a quick recap of what happened.
Did you guys
Dude,
hear
that
that?
was
That
awesome.
old guy who was like
How did we
talking to us
get
in a
here?
weird voice at the start of our recap?
Yeah, it was scary.
Yeah. Who was that?
Energy vampire.
You'll never know, children. You'll
My
never
God, he's still here.
The Mega Supreme.
Maggot Supreme.
Horrible impression.
Mag-
All right.
And then
So
we
the cat
found-
led us to the hole.
Yeah, that's right. There was a big slab that I don't know if we did a lever or a magic lever or something, and we moved it out of the way, and there's a dark hole that we jumped into.
You used Levin's wizard
Staff.
staff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Use the most powerful of all magics.
Science.
A
Science.
fulcrum.
Yeah. Fulcrum.
Folks.
I cast
literally
fulcrum.
it's literally the most powerful
That's like-
magic out there.
That's like junior high level science, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be super fancy to be the most
No.
powerful.
Mm-mm.
Built the
And-
pyramids.
We found out that Carter was wanted by the Goblin Queen.
Ugh,
Mhm.
gross.
So that's who kidnapped Carter.
And
Now we're
what?
gonna go beat her up and take Carter back, and we're gonna have a giant party.
More ice cream?
Well, first we have to call Scolder and Moldy.
Maybe we can have some more of those orc cakes for dessert.
Yep. Oh, she'd probably like them.
The Goblin Queen?
The queen, yeah.
Do we have any with us? Wrapped up in like a little piece of tinfoil that we saved from like months ago?
There might be some in the fridge.
Probably still good
We could probably. We could.
It was
if
good
we
the
work
first
together,
time.
We could conjure it.
No, it wasn't.
after your tongue healed.
Ugh. She probably wouldn't fall for that anyways.
Have you ever had pop rocks?
Pot brownies? What?
Pop rocks.
Pop rocks.
You know, like they fizzle on the tongue.
Yes, of course.
That's kind of like bee sting cake, except it hurts.
They're like violent nerds.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and
Yet unhigh.
like D&D, violent nerds.
Violent nerds. Ooh,
Oh.
nice. Trademark. We're gonna copy it right that.
Yep,
That's the new podcast, Violet
The-
Nerds.
yep, violent nerds.
Nerds. I mean, I suppose there is a Murder Hobo Inc. podcast or whatever. So
Mhm.
Violent Nerds is fine.
Mhm. Oh my gosh.
Sure.
I'm just trying to figure out if that was in character. Like,
Yeah, man.
what does Colton know about pop brownies? That explains what's happening in this hole right now.
Still 11.
Yeah, are we getting off track here?
I feel like this is like an episode of that 70s show, but with wizards and stuff.
Yeah, we're just sitting around in a cloudy.
You're just
circle.
like circling around the Ouija board. Everyone's high. Just
Should we go to class, guys?
No way.
now I want to play that game.
Students for
Sounds-
life, man.
That sounds
You
hilarious.
guys, hold on. Before we go any further, we didn't tell anybody where we were going or what we were doing. I think just to
Never
be
do.
on the safe side, we should do a quick TikTok video and upload it so people know where we're going. If we don't come back, they'll know where to find us. Ready? Go.
Great idea.
Hey, where are we going, guys?
Down this hole.
Under the library.
And we're going to go find our buddy Carter.
Carter.
Carter!
And,
What up, Carter?
and then we're going to fight the Goblin Queen.
Yeah, we're gonna take her out.
Yeah.
A hole under the library.
And we fought these fairies.
You might find them tied up in the library.
Pickle
He's
Ninja
out.
Warriors for
Deputy.
life. Okay.
All right.
I will
Document.
point out that the fairies are, in fact, in a bag
Yeah,
that Colton made out of his hoodie.
that's right. I've got him over my
Did we-
shoulder.
Oh, we took them with
Yeah.
us. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because we can use them as like a negotiation.
Yeah.
Yeah, bargaining chips.
Oh, chips sound super good.
All right, so you
Are you
are
hungry? I'm hungry.
I am hungry too.
you are falling down this hole.
Ah!
Why don't everybody go ahead and give me a flight roll?
Oh,
Dice.
shit. Flight. As I'm falling, can I bust out my broom?
Yeah, do we have our
Is
brooms?
that a possibility to like help buffer
Are
that?
we
Or is
holding
it
our
too
brooms
sudden?
kind of like a fireman pole, just like gliding down?
I'd allow it.
How wide is this? How wide is this hole, real quick?
Yeah.
You know, it's like maybe 2.5, 3-ish feet around. It's not a lot of space.
Okay.
50,
Mhm.
13.
13,
11.
11. 11 got 11.
Ooh. 3.
3. Awesome. All right. So 11 and Roxy.
Well,
You help your friends attain a more controlled fall. You know, you've got brooms and whatnot.
Stop flailing your arms.
Yeah.
My broom's literally like scratching both sides of the tunnel as it comes down because it's like a shop broom. I'm just
Oh,
holding
you got
onto it.
you got the big
Yeah,
one.
I got the big wide shop broom, and I'm holding onto it, and it's just frictioning onto the wall, and I'm holding on to somebody's shirt.
I got you, Vamp.
Ooh. Wild magic surge.
Somebody roll a
Oh.
D10.
I got it. 6.
6.
Lucky
Oh,
number
Jesus.
6.
Perfect, dude.
Okay. Oh boy, Hank, give me a once.
Oh no.
How do I even
Vamp.
do this and kids on brooms? So where's the character? Where's the
Shit,
character?
we're gonna break the game right here.
How do you take damage?
If you
How do
take
you get
damage, I think
stabbed?
you
How do you
die.
get stabbed in kids on brooms?
I think you just die in Kids and Brooms. if you
Fight
get
roll,
hit.
right?
Somebody gets impaled by
There
that
we go.
broom.
Physical damage.
There's like
Oh,
no
yeah.
hit
poked.
points.
Get poked by a fairy.
Oh, you're right. We haven't.
No, there's no hit points. If you get
Yeah.
pummeled, you're
Here's the first sentence in the third paragraph on physical damage. Remember, there are no safe fights in this game. Any physical conflict occurs, a character might die.
This is a kid's game.
Yeah, you
I
can't
know,
kill a bunch
right?
of kids.
Ruthless.
I
Anymore.
can't. You're right. I can't kill a bunch of kids, but a lightning bolt that happens in a very small enclosed tunnel just
Fuck you,
might.
Vamp. God damn it.
What did I
That was
roll?
a quick
That's
finale,
Kids on
guys.
Brooms, everyone.
Yeah.
Yep, that's
Good
the
night,
finale.
See you next week.
You roll the
Spirit
bolt of
Adventure
lightning
Guild.
flashes
Not
down
here.
and strikes
The
a randomly
end.
chosen creature. So you are the two of you are you after a little bit of falling and kind of awkward flailing by probably everyone, and then you're like, oh wait, we're wizards, and then you pop out your brooms, and then in the tight confined space, you all probably, since you're still like whatever first years, you really haven't gotten into trench runs yet. Trench runs is more of a second year thing. So flying in a tight space in a tight formation, a little more difficult. You're not really used to it. But the two of you kind of help Levin or are able to help Colton and Max to kind of gain a correct amount of control. However, that being said, yeah, I think there's only one way that happens. Levin, you've got this big broom. I know it's a hand-me-down, you know that, and that's, you know, there's no judgment against maintenance engineers, even in the magical world. Obviously, we all know that. However, your broom is a little big, and as a result, you know, like you said, it's kind of scraping the sides, and it knocks loose. You know, there's like, if this was like the video game or the anime of whatever this is, right? You know, there'd be like the falling, scraping the sides, falling, scraping the sides, and then there's like a panel where there's like maybe some kind of crystal on the side of the wall, and then the broom just goes book, and the crystal goes, you know, and falls out, and then explodes in a bolt of electricity, and shocks you. So here's what we're gonna here's what we're gonna do in a mechanical way. You have been shocked, and we will say that you will have a -3 to any rolls for a small amount of time that we will narratively decide when it is over.
Oh, it stinks. Are you burning?
Oh my gosh, are you okay?
Levin, your hair is smoking.
I feel wild, guys.
Did you poop your pants?
Are you still falling?
I think a little pee came out.
And you land.
Tuck and roll.
Oh,
Superhero
Why
3-point
is it
landing.
on you?
What was that?
Poseidon.
Huh?
Well, what?
I don't know. I'm confused.
Are you okay, Levin?
Did you get electrocuted?
I feel like that time I stuck that fork in that outlet.
You look like you just stuck
You've
a
done
fork
that
in an
before?
outlet.
It was an
I thought
experience.
that was
That's dangerous.
No, that's dangerous. Don't do that.
Walter did that once, and he smelled like burned cats.
That's kind of how Levin smells right now, with a little bit of poo-poo too.
Guys, I didn't poop my pants.
No, but it burned up all your poo-poo inside of you, and that smells.
Is it?
Exactly what someone who poo-pooed their pants would say, Kirk.
Guys, I didn't poop my pants.
Mhm.
When I do have to go to the bathroom, I'll be right back.
All right, nobody look. We all
guys.
just turn away from him.
Hey, we've all been there, man. We've all been there. Don't worry about it.
Is there a prestidigitation in this game? I'm gonna cast prestidigitation to clean myself.
Here,
I mean,
Probably a cleaning spell, right?
yeah, I feel like that's. I would allow either flight
Grit.
or grit.
Charm.
No, I'm going with grit.
Yeah. Feeling a little gritty?
And remember, you're -3.
I got a -2.
Remember your magic die.
I got a 1.
-1 or +1?
Positive 1.
Total?
Total.
All right. Strangely enough, it doesn't work.
Feel dirtier.
Yeah, it's hard to concentrate. There's everyone else kind of sees us. There's still like little electrical, like bzz, 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 like on your hair or whatever. You're still a little frazzled.
This isn't fun anymore, guys.
And a little pea smelling.
All right, just everybody, let's just pretend that Levin's fine. We should go find Carter.
Can I here, Levin, let me try to clean you up. I'm sorry, bud. I'm gonna give him a try.
All right.
A grit roll as well?
Yeah.
All right. Oof. That's gonna be a 3. Positive 3.
Positive 3. Do you remember the magic die?
Oh no. Oh! I just rolled a 4 on my magic die. That doesn't explode though,
Nice.
I'm pretty sure. So a 7
Correct.
total.
7. Absolutely. Yeah. You wave your wand, you say some words. There is the smell as of perhaps a fresh Irish day wafts.
Can I say my words?
Yeah.
Levin pooped his pants. You all know what I mean. I'm going to cast the spell and make them now clean.
Nice.
Thank you.
I got you, buddy.
Yeah, I did. It's just a little one though.
Now he just smells like the burned cats.
Kind of like that smell. Makes me think of like a freshly vacuumed room.
Why does your freshly vacuumed room smell like burned cats?
It's an old vacuum cleaner.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
old.
Needs
vacuum.
to have the belt cleaned
And they,
or
they
changed.
shed
There's
a lot.
Probably a lot of hair stuck in there.
Yeah,
Put a
it gets
fire
pretty
hazard.
warm. Hasn't lit up yet.
It's like a
Talk to
40-year-old
your grandpa about that.
We got
4-year-old
hardwood
Kirby.
floors.
Start a fire.
It's a dust devil from 47.
No, it's a Kirby, the metal one.
Yup. It
Why were we
runs on
down here again?
microwaves.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we better get moving.
Knock it off, fairies.
So you
Just punch him a couple times.
No violence.
I'm gonna gas up my vacuum.
so you look around, and you you're in it's mostly dark. There are a couple of like flickering kind of red ish lights. They're probably yellow, but they're grimy that they're kind of red now. I don't know if that's how colors work, but whatever. That are kind of here and there on the space, and in that kind of flickering light, you can see that that this space you're in is kind of looks like an old kind of worn like brick cobbled kind of place. And as you kind of gaze about, you realize that your voices were kind of echoing a bit. You can hear a kind of drip of water somewhere in this space, and there you can see kind of up ahead a little bit, in one of the kind of pools of light, that like on the edge of that pool of light is like you can see like a sharp edge of the floor that kind of then goes a bit into darkness, feasibly below whatever it does.
Tilly, where'd you go?
you hear kind of echoing from kind of further on, kind of almost in front of you from the kind of the way you kind of landed in this space. You hear a meow.
Guys, Tilly's this way.
Tilly.
You follow?
Yeah, let's move. I heard her up here.
You follow this this almost almost like this trail of pools of light through this space. And there's probably like most of it's pretty regular. There a lot of them, there's maybe only like 10 or 12 feet of like darkness kind of between the light. The light is kind of that weak and the darkness is that strong down here that it's a very almost distinct kind of feeling. Some of them are a little further distant. You can kind of make out where maybe a light is kind of perhaps broken. And you kind of start on this following this kind of these lights and indeed the meow of Tilly. You reach like two pools of light down, kind of where you could see this kind of hard line, and as you kind of get to that, you can see that there's a lip, and as you are of course students at the Bruxton Academy, and indeed people who live in the great city of New York, you as you're kind of in this specific space, you easily recognize, although this is an old, worn, very disused, but this is indeed some kind of perhaps ancient subway track down below, and you're on perhaps a platform of some kind. You can see very faded along the edge is like an old, perhaps yellow, painted sign that you can just barely make out the words "Mind the Gap."
Is this does Colton get the sense that they're back in that spot that they were transported to when they were initially taking the train to school?
I would say, let me ask you this. Are you saying, do you just get an intuitive feeling about it, or as a person who has, of course, magic, and perhaps a less sort of direct than say D&D kind of magic sensing abilities?
I would say that Colton has a hunch when he sees that "Mind the Gap" sign, and it sort of gives him a sense of deja vu, which who knows what deja vu really is, but maybe here deja vu is a magical intuition.
Let's do this. Let's have you roll. Give me a magic grit roll.
All right. I just rolled a 4. I just rolled another 4. That's 8, 9,
nice.
10, 11, 12 total.
12 total. To include your magic die?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, with the 12, you kind of see this and you have this thought in your head and you're like, oh, this is kind of, is this the same? And you kind of reach out with your feelings, Luke, and and kind of look for that the kind of the feelings that the magic the wards had in the regular tunnels in the NIS in the not in service system that the wizards use, and you do not sense that. This is, yes, an old subway tunnel, but this seems, while those tunnels were kind of, they had that kind of magic thing happen to them, but they were still kind of newer tunnels, whereas this is like maybe some kind of unused first generation set of tunnels that were built in New York.
Okay.
This like Simon Says, guys.
It's like,
This is an abandoned subway station.
Mind the gap.
I've heard of these before.
do all subway stations look exactly the same? Because, like, the only other one that I've actually been standing in was the one we got teleported.
I have, so I would imagine subway stations don't all look the same in New York. Having only really been to like one subway station in New York.
They generally have different looks to them.
Yeah.
Different tile.
So are we back in the same place we were before?
That's what I thought, Roxy, but I don't think so. This is older.
Yeah, this is really old. They don't make them like this anymore.
This is like ancient. It's like the 90s.
Sometimes
Oh
at
man,
least.
like our grandparents' generation.
Like the
Sometimes-
1890s.
they change the tracks and then they have to shut down certain stations and they just close them off to the world. And then like you sometimes can find them underground.
And the goblins took it over.
So the question we have to ask ourselves, you guys, where would the Goblin Queen hide out? Do we have it? Oh, what? Maybe we could ask the fairies.
Oh, I forgot
Right,
about them.
That
we
one
already
like,
ask 'em that,
couldn't
though?
keep a
You didn't-
secret.
Oh
Didn't
yeah.
land on them, did you?
Can I reach into the fairy bag and like grab the one
Yeah.
that was like spilling all the beans?
Give me a D4 roll.
Gladly.
I don't remember how many fairies are in there.
1.
Matter. We'll say 4. One. Yep. You grab in and pull one out, and it is that fairy.
Hey, buddy. I'm gonna play a nice cop. Hey, bud. We're just taking you. We're gonna take you home to the Queen, and just wanted you to kind of lead the way, kind of point us which direction to go. What do you say? We'll take you home. You can get some ice cream. Maybe you'll get deputized.
Give me a charm roll.
Oh man, charm.
He's
Fuck you, kid.
It's haunting.
he says, yeah, how about you let us out of that bag?
Hey, pull his wing off.
No, Levin. He is gonna be a villain when he gets older. I
Levin.
told you, Max.
Wow.
I told you.
I'm being the
Knowledge
bad
makes you
cop.
Are you
evil.
okay?
I'm doing the bad cop. I go
Oh,
too far?
Yeah. You took it too far, but I like it.
Oh, okay.
Look, we're not gonna pull his wing off. He really wants
No.
to pull your wing off, little buddy. but I'm not gonna let him as long as you tell us.
If you need somebody to be mean, there's always Walter. And I like reach down and I pull out
Ah!
Walter and like point him
I'm
at the
gonna-
fairy.
I'm gonna protect the fairy from Walter.
Do
He
we?
won't get you as long as I'm here.
Do I know anything about fairies? Like, is there any kind of food that they like, or anything that might
Give me a
I don't know.
brains roll.
entice him to help us out? Ooh, that's not my strong suit. Here we go. Is a magic roll?
Nope.
Okay.
Just regular brains.
A 2.
A 2.
It's only a D4. That was pretty good.
Walter growls at the fairy.
All right, give me a D10 roll, Andy.
All right. Ugh. 3.
3. All right. Consulting this wonderful table I just Googled. 10 things about fairies. You know that fairies love all things sparkly. All but the oldest of Fae are easily distracted by a shiny object. Fairies like crystal jewelry. Yeah, that's what I learned today on the internet.
Here, you can. Here, what if we give him my pinky ring?
Yeah, something shiny. And I'm gonna take my wand out, and I'm gonna like
Have a pinky ring.
bedazzle his ring with just like I'm gonna bling it out.
Oh, I guess I
But
do.
like
Bring it up. All right. Okay.
Like one of those secret decoder rings
Yeah.
from
but
a
like-
cereal box.
but like over the top Super Bowl ring.
All
Like,
right.
Yes.
It's
From
like
a real Super Bowl player.
bristling with diamonds.
Sports
Give me
ball.
a magic charm roll as you attempt to charm this fairy with your magic bling.
Oh God.
Come on.
If you want to beat Tom Brady, like you got to beat Tom
Charm's
Brady.
your thing, man.
I know. 6.
It's with the magic die.
Oh my.
and a +1 for my wand. So that's how I'm rolling.
The the fairy, like, you do it, and the fairy's like, oh yeah, you know, like reaches, like eyes light up, like yeah, and then it's like and then you see its face like drop, you know, it's like yeah, and it just kind of looks at you. You can't fool me. I saw you just turn that into a shiny ring that wasn't shiny before.
Put it back in the bag. Grab a different one.
I would like
Working, guys.
to use my magical ability that I can find an object because I'm a treasure hunter.
Nice.
Ooh.
Yes. What do you have to do? What do we have to do? Is it just automatically happen? Do you roll something?
It's part of my personality.
I think it just happens.
I think that I can find stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Spend 1 AT to find a mundane but useful item in your surroundings.
Do you have an AT?
Do you have a trickery
Trickery t-
token?
Yeah,
I do
trickery.
not.
Oof.
Techie woman. Hello. Our friend Roxy needs a trickery token.
Aw.
Not unlike
We don't need that.
an advantage.
Can we give those away if we have one?
If you have
If-
one, you can give one to her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you have one?
Do you have one, Levin?
Let me double check.
Getting everyone's hopes up.
How many
Kirk?
options are there for us in terms of like directions to go here? Like, is it obvious that there's like one tunnel going in one direction? Like, is
Yeah,
this
we could-
overkill? We already.
We could just start looking around, I guess.
Realistically, at this point, yes.
Okay. Then we don't need to do this,
there
guys.
is that way.
Yeah, I put the fairy back in the thing.
That's okay, Techie Woman. That's okay. Don't worry about it.
We are going to move on.
Okay.
Wait. Okay, let's just try to find Tilly. Tilly. How do you? I don't have a cat. How do you call a cat?
Here, kitty, 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 kitty.
Yeah.
I
And, you
mean,
go,
here's
and then you go, brr, brr, and then you chirp, and then you shake the treats.
Do you have any treats?
cats like pickles.
Mhm.
I don't
Turtle
know,
treat
Bailey.
stuff.
Ugh.
They love pickles.
Okay, let's just keep looking. Let's look around.
Pickles.
There's just a whoop, whoop. Just a Walter hand comes out and grabs a pickle.
I mean, I'm hungry too. I like reach in and just like start chewing one. Kitty. There aren't any like train cars or anything, are there? I mean, does it look like this track has ever been used recently?
So it's you would have to get a better kind of look at the track, you know, like get down there, and like look. From up here, it's kind of hard to tell.
Okay. I will take out my broom and fly down,
Mm-hmm.
and just give it a once over.
Perhaps do a little bit of light.
Sure. Yes. If I need light, I can try a light spell.
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
You can do some light. I'm not gonna make you roll for all of the magic that shouldn't need to be rolled for.
Hey, techie woman, thank you. Ashley, you do have a trickery token now.
Oh, you don't have to give us points when we beg for them.
We promise we won't badger
do
the chat for
appreciate it.
trickery tokens.
We love you.
Use channel points.
Perfect.
Nice.
I would, so you kind of you fly down and are hovering a bit above the bottom, and you pop a little bit of wand light out, and like looking at this, like I don't know what you know about subway or trains, but this is very clearly, even to a super lay person, hasn't been used in quite some time. You know, you can see that there's debris on the tracks. There's maybe even sections that where like nails have, like the big, railroad spikes or whatever, have kind of come out, and this is obviously and it's obviously like this is obviously and I don't even really know what old subway trains were made like, but this is more obviously like an old school railroad track than a modern kind of subway tracks that you may or may not have seen here in the New York subway system.
Guys, it's super dusty down here. I don't think there's any trains that are gonna come.
We should keep moving.
Should we follow the cat meows?
Mm-hmm. I think Tilly's trying to tell us something.
We better hurry. I'm gonna run towards
Over there.
or fly towards the cat sound. Since I've already got my broom out.
You just take off, Roxy?
Yes.
All right. Roxy takes off.
Where'd she go?
The rest of you are like, wait, what?
Walter hanging on the back.
You can, yeah, right, yeah, like Superman and it just hanging onto the back. You can kind of see her light from her wand as she like zips kind of zips away, and you see maybe like 7 or 8 like pools of light down. You can see the low form of a cat like run away through this pool of light, and then there is a kind of low, bigger than the cat, but low, round, bulbous, scurrying form that perhaps one of you recognizes just on a different scale. Perhaps one of you whose friend is named after the number 8.
Ocho, it's your mom.
She says it's time for dinner.
Ocho. I'm gonna set Ocho down on the ground. Go tell her. Same team. Go, go, go.
Okay. Do you do anything else?
I'm gonna imbue Ocho with a charm spell to increase its charm abilities, to make it super
All right.
charming.
Like I'm making friends.
Yep.
All right. Give me a magic charm roll. This is gonna be difficult.
Yeah, especially for me.
Be a high difficulty.
Oh my god, I'm exploding because I rolled a 12 on the die.
Ooh.
Nice. Yeah. I'll allow that.
14 plus my magic is 17.
Wow. All
That
right.
is one charming racket.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
It is.
Do you have tiny maracas with him?
Go get him, buddy.
It's what's that TikTok spider's name? Was it TikTok? Steven the spider? Oh no.
Boris
wife
the
would know.
spider.
This is a little hairy spider, and then it was like all these videos for a couple years ago, and it'd be like, "Hello, my name is." It was super
Lucas.
cute. Little video. Lucas.
Lucas the spider.
Yeah. Either way, yeah. You cast your spell, and yeah, he's like, it's like handsome SpongeBob. He's got a big old chin now. And he
Kind
of
of
takes
one of his
off.
8 eyes.
He is, of course, a simple small spider, probably not moving nearly as fast as a giant spider that has a head start or a cat, but he's very handsome. Very handsome. Does anybody else do anything? And by anybody else, I mean Levin or Max.
Well, I mean, did we just watch Roxy take off?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm going to jump on my broom and just be like, you guys, Roxy, let's go. And I'm going to jump on my broom and zip after her.
Okay.
I'm gonna double check the gas level of my broom, make sure it's still, my tank's not empty, and then I'm just gonna walk it down the tunnel after him.
Diesel.
Does it
Your
still
broom is
work?
gas powered?
No,
It's okay, buddy.
What kind of weird steampunk broom is this? It's like a broom, broom,
More like-
broom, 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 broom.
It sounds like a lawnmower.
Yeah, right.
Like pull the cord.
Ugh, I hate cord pulls.
Yeah, I really should.
wait for
do
me,
this.
guys.
All right. I imagine you're going to follow as well, Colton.
Well, I mean, I just sent my little buddy Ocho off to parlay with a giant spider, so I'm gonna wait just to see how that goes.
Okay. Why don't you?
I imagine Colton's kind of like a proud like father on the bleachers at his kid's first soccer game. Just kind of like with anticipation, hoping everything goes well.
Give me a D6 roll.
All right. A 3.
A 3. Okay. Roxy. Oh, where did you go? Oh, hello. Welcome back. Roxy, you take off, and since you're the first one, obviously to go, you are obviously in the lead, and you zip off. You can hear, you see them, through one pool of light and another, and you can hear like the sounds of a cat running through, like, there's like some wet splish splashes as it runs through little bits of water, and then like this is the crazy scuttle sounds of a large spider. And give me a flight roll.
Okay.
Broom.
Ooh, 17.
17.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm really rolling good.
you are able to just zippity doo-dah up there very fast. You kind of get to a spot where kind of even through the gloom with your wand light out, you can kind of see them in front of you. Maybe like a body's length in front of you is the back end of this spider that's, it's the size of maybe a medium-sized dog.
Can I make the ground sticky? Like, so that the giant spider will stick to it?
Stick to it. Okay. Let's see.
Like a tar-like substance or something? Would that be transmuting it into like a different substance? Would that be grit?
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like
I'm gonna force it to be the ground to become
I
sticky.
could see grit or brawn. It could be an expression of brawn as like binding, because part of brawn magic is binding opponents. So I could see it either be brawn or grit. Absolutely.
I will take grit.
Okay.
Ooh, that's that great, but 6, 7.
7.
7.
That's what I meant to do real quick. Let me see this. Okay. You you see it kind of get sticky and tacky, and you kind of see the spider slow a little bit, but it doesn't like stick them, but it is slowed down, and you're like almost on top of it now. You're like, well, you were like almost on top of it before. You're like on top of it now.
Oh, good.
Why, since you're in the lead, why don't you go ahead and give me a D10 roll for the cat.
1.
Okay. Cat's getting winded, evidently.
He's been running a long time.
He has been around a little bit. So Max and Levin, you are chasing after on Brooms. Why don't you both give me some flight rolls?
All right.
This is like the chillest giant spider broom chase music ever.
6.
6.
Well,
12. Max, maybe it's a little disorienting for you in the kind of dark light. So you get kind of a little slowed down. Levin, however, on his big bruiser of a broom, you don't really have to steer those things. They just kind of go. And he just, you open it up, and you can see there's a kind of you're maybe a few, maybe 3 or 4 lengths kind of behind Roxy. You can see that she is just cat. You can see like the flash of some kind of magical effect, and you see the spider kind of boop boop, like take these weird bigger steps, and there's like a little bit of like gumminess that kind of comes off, and it slows a bit, and she's almost on top of it. What would you like to do?
Roxy, are you okay?
I'm busy.
What are you doing?
There's a giant spider here, and it's trying to eat the cat.
Is it? Oh my goodness. I would like to use one of my abilities, Guardian, to defend the cat.
All right. What does your ability do?
When defending another player or NPC, roll both stat and magic die and then add them together. If it fails, I can re-roll my magic. Defend the cat.
Oh, okay. So you're always using magic, even if you're not using magic. I see. Okay. And you can re-roll the magic die if
it fails. Yep.
Okay. All right.
Do that. I will try to sweep the spider away, if that's allowed.
Okay. Yeah, you can see that the cat maybe has got a little bit in the sticky bits, and the spider is like almost on top of him. So what are you?
I'm just gonna turn the broom around, grab the handles, and just start sweeping it away.
You like land, or you're doing this on the fly?
I will.
Just
I
like
will do it on the
Fast and-
fly. It'll be
It's like a Fast and the Furious thing where you like
Yeah,
whip it in
family.
reverse.
Yep.
And-
Yep. I'm gonna turn right
Alright.
around on that thing.
Charge it.
Yeah. I love it. Let's do this. I think this is going to be maybe a brawn roll, as you're trying to sweep this spider over. Do you yell family when you do it? I'll let you roll another d4 just for shits and giggles. Roll 2d4. You're invoking family.
Got
I
a
didn't
7.
realize Levin was such a Fast and Furious fan.
You learn new things every day about his character. Evil, loves the Fast and the Furious movies. 7.
Not evil. I'm nefarious.
Nefarious. The nefarious Levin. Yeah, you what did you roll on the magic die?
It's a 4.
A 4, okay. You whip this thing around and kind of as it's slowed a bit from the tackiness, not stopped, but slowed a bit from the tackiness of whatever the floor is made out of now. Not obviously not lava. That would be a different thing. And you kind of like bowl into it with your wide-bodied broom hand or broom bristles, and kind of push it to the side as it's like going to try to chomp into the cat. And it's still righted. It was an okay roll. It wasn't a super great roll, so it's still righted, but it kind of, you fouled its attack. Max, you're kind of you're getting there, you're catching up. You see Levin, he like kind of looks back maybe and makes eye contact with you, which you think is really weird, and then his broom flips around. Yep, just like that. Yeah. And bowls into this spider.
Are we in like light or darkness or what?
You're kind of moving through these sections of light and dark. But Roxy's got she's her and the spider and the cat are kind of in light because she's got a light spell up.
Oh, okay. Oh, geez. And did Levin hit the spider?
Yeah, he like broomed it.
Oh, okay.
He like knocked it to the side. It's still like it like rights itself pretty quick, but it looks like it followed some kind of attack against the cat.
I'm going to I'm going to swoop up, land next to them, and then just try to kind of like shove it with like a gust of, like a little gust of wand or wind from my wand. Just kind of like push it away.
But you want to stop?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to like land next to them.
Because they're kind of moving.
Oh, they're still moving?
Yeah, it's like a running, it's like
we're
a
still
broom
approaching
chase.
it. Okay.
Yeah, the spider, it rights itself, but it keeps running because the cat is obviously still running because it's a cat.
Oh, okay, sorry, I misinterpreted that.
Oh, no worries.
I guess I'm just going to try to catch up because I think I'm behind. So
okay,
I'm just going to keep flying.
Yeah, and you're able to, you just catch up a little bit slower. So you're
okay.
But you're able to now, like if you want to try to blow it aside some more with some gust of wind.
Yeah, just to like distract it, I guess, almost like kind of distract it from trying to get the cat.
Okay. Yeah, give me
I don't know, would that be fight?
Flight, moving in magical ways?
Yeah. Flight. Okay. 11.
11. Nice.
Do I roll magic on that or not?
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, it was a spell, right?
12.
or if it wasn't a spell, you just have a really good breath.
Yeah.
Very cold.
No, it's like
Yeah, you whip out your wand and a big like airbender like tunnel of wind just kind of blows into this thing, and it kind of blows it, and it flips over, and it makes this like this kind of almost like ear piercing shriek that spiders make in movies. You know, it's like arachnophobia.
yeah.
And it's kind of like on its back. Speaking of arachnophobia, Colton, you cast your sexy spider spell and sent Ocho out. Your friends kind of go. You're like, I got this. Me and my spider, we got this. You guys just go, right? And you kind of see this event happen in this kind of shriek. And like as this is going, you're like, maybe Ocho is maybe a little slow for this. But then you see kind of in a pool of light a little bit behind them, and then like maybe 2 pools of light back. So like maybe 3 pools of light in front of you, and then 2 pools of light in front of you, so that you see a number of spiders, not as big as that one, but still like pretty big, just kind of descend from the ceiling. But then you see it in that pool of light, 2 pools of light from you, you see the resplendent Ocho kind of like he's scuttling, and then
So handsome.
We
and
hear
you
careless
see-
whisper.
yeah, right. You see him kind of rear up. Give me what's your charm die? 12. Give me a charm magic roll for Ocho with your stat, and do it with 2 magic dice instead of just 1,
Okay.
since it's like layers.
15. Come on, buddy. You can do it.
Yeah, you see this like dozen spiders descending, and you get to feel like your hairs and your neck are like they're growing. They're standing up on end so much, right? That you can just feel that there's probably like 6 dozen more spiders that you can't see descending. But you see Ocho, and he's like, I don't know what spiders find attractive. He's like more hairy, maybe. I don't know. He's a tarantula, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's like more hairy, thicker, bigger eyes, and he kind of stands up on some of his back legs, and his front legs move. You can hear just like the faintest of sounds, because
A little gentleman, you know?
yeah, and
Classy.
these your hairs retract. These other spiders kind of lift back up into the ceiling.
I will hop on my broom and I will casually fly forward, reach down with my hand ever so gently for Ocho to climb back onto my hand. Then I'll zip past and try to catch up to my friends.
He doesn't climb onto your hand. Instead, he gives you a low 5.
Yeah,
and then
buddy.
shoots out a web and like zips up behind you as you fly away, and he's like zzz, yeah, like a yo-yo.
I'm so proud of you, Ocho. You did it, man. You did it. And then I'll try to catch up.
Roxy, the cat has kind of Tilly has kind of zipped off. There's like a sudden blast. You kind of see the broom thing happen, and then in your you're a little startled at that because you didn't necessarily maybe expect that someone to catch up that fast. But then there's like a sudden blast of wind, and the spider is kind of flipped on its back to scream and whatever happens. What would you like to do?
I would like to try to speed ahead and grab the cat again.
Okay. Give me a flight roll.
Natural 20.
Whoa.
Explode.
It doesn't explode.
Another natural 20.
Wow.
What?
Why don't you tell us how epically you attained this cat mid-flight?
All right. As I fly towards the cat sees me and recognizes me as the one who saved it before, and it actually just launches itself into the air at me so that I can catch it as I'm going by. So I get an assist from the cat.
Nice. Yeah, that's what it is. That's what happens. You all see it. You're very impressed.
All right.
You just hear from Levin, family.
Woo!
Pickle Ninja Warriors.
Nothing stronger.
What I guess once you have the cat, what do you intend?
I like lean down and I go, "Which way, cat?" It's familiar.
It goes meow.
Oh man.
Oh.
Tilly speak Japanese too. Striking out with his communication.
It's Tilly Tilly kind of looks further down the passageway, the kind of the way you've been going, and says meow.
Okay. That way, guys.
Let's go.
Yeah, what do you two gonna do, Levin, Max?
I mean, I could talk to Tilly.
Well,
Are you gonna do anything with this spider? It's not gonna stay on its back forever.
I mean, it's so awkward. We're not chilling with it, are we? We're gonna keep flying off, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
I mean,
We do know that you were flying, so yeah, that would make sense.
I don't want to hurt it.
Okay. You just drove a car, and I mean, you drove a broom into it.
I was just sweeping it away. I mean, if I wanted to hurt it, I would have gone boot first, not broom first.
That's fair. That's fair.
Just an innocent little spider minion.
Large.
it's pretty big.
Just minding its own business,
Yeah.
doing spider
It's
stuff.
like a medium dog, I was told.
Let's go. Let's keep moving.
Well, yeah, is Roxy like taking off with the cat?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna keep going.
Yep. Yeah, me
Yeah.
too.
Okay.
Whiz right by that spider.
Yeah. It's upside down. All its other buddies are gone. Whatever Ocho said to them.
Ocho just waves as we fly by.
Bye.
Awkward spider.
You fly very fast away. Maybe for a few more good number of minutes. Kind of slow down a little bit eventually as you feel like the spider is maybe not so chasey. You don't hear it. And you come to a proverbial fork in the road. You can see that there is a split in the tunnel ahead of you. And you can see kind of the lights continue on. They kind of split and follow both ways. One way, as you kind of look down the right-hand side, you can see a distinct, perhaps orange hued kind of glow, like further down. And the other way, on the left-hand side, you can hear the sound of rushing water.
Turning into a submarine tunnel.
There could be all kinds of like secret springs down here that have
Yep.
flooded parts of the tunnel. Be careful, there might be something in the water.
Yeah, goblins need water too, I think.
More like a
Do they?
drainage tunnel or something.
Probably.
I'm always falling asleep during that class.
Well,
Goblinology?
The history of magic? I don't know.
oh, that class is so awesome. A little dry,
It's kind of dry.
but there's so much knowledge.
Yeah.
Do we see standing water, Chad, up ahead? Like as we continue forward, is there like a pool?
So if you're at the Y and you look down, you can't really see water ahead on the left side, but you can hear it.
And then on the right side, do we hear anything?
On the right side, you don't hear anything, but you can see like a orange tinted sort of flickering light kind of far down. That is more of a more, it's different than the lights, right? It's not just that pool of light. It's like on the walls, you know.
What do you guys think? Should we take a vote on which way to go? The Walters only get one vote though.
How do you feel about that, Wally? like look at him really closely, like, Wally.
Yeah.
He's fine with it.
I mean,
Well, Tilly, what do you think? Which way
Yeah.
should we go? Can
does
you
Tilly
smell
know the
him?
way?
Yeah, I'll ask Tilly in Tilly's language. Cat. I'll speak cat at her.
Okay.
I have wild speak.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh.
Nice.
Wild speak.
Meow meow meow.
Tilly kind of jumps down and kind of walks over to the right side and kind of paws around, and then walks over to the left side and kind of paws around and looks back at you, Levin, and says, "Meow, Which means,
Ah.
yeah, which means, I can't tell. Do you have any tuna fish?
I will reach into my pocket and I will pull out a turtle treat.
It's probably got a stink.
I won't say anything back. I'll just throw it down.
Give me a, I'll tell you what, give me a charm roll. And then depending on how good your charm roll is, will depend on what I do to the die that I rolled very badly on for Tilly, sadly. Okay, I rolled a one. I rolled a one.
He keeps roll. Are those explosions or
You're
what is
exploding?
happening? There's so much
Whoa.
rolling.
22 with a D6.
All right.
What?
What?
Nice.
Man.
All right. Tell you what, I'm gonna up the odds. If I can get my dice.
It explodes on giving a cat a turtle treat.
Hell yeah.
Small victories, man.
Yes,
Small
never.
victories.
It was the best offering of a turtle treat in all of history.
3 + 8 is 11. Tilly says, yeah, let me just pick one. Tilly says, this way. And it's not the waterway.
Nice. Let's
Go
go.
away from the water.
Okay.
Oh,
You
good.
you hop on your brooms, I imagine, and fly off after this clue by the cat. To find out what happens next, you'll have to wait 5 to 8 minutes or so until we come back from a break, which we will take right now.
Right about meow.
Right about meow. So we're going to take a short break. Remember, Russia's still in Ukraine. We're raising money to help Ukraine. You can help us out that way. Help them out. You're not helping us out. I mean, it's a collective us, right? We're all in this together. So just a big round boat floating in space. Yeah, we'll be back. Refresh yourself. You deserve it. We'll see you shortly.
Woohoo!
Oh, this hat is so warm.
Mics are hot.
Wool hats. Kids on brooms.
And we're
Down the
back.
dark tunnel.
Rescuing cats and fighting spiders.
Yeah.
But
All
nice. We're nicely fighting them.
Charming spiders.
Nicely funny stories. That's right. Everyone, hey, thanks for sticking around. Techie woman, thanks for the banter. We appreciate it. Anyone who was listening to that insanity, you're welcome. You're welcome. Just doing what we can to make things a little weirder every time. So there you were in some kind of abandoned subway tunnel / station tunnel area, deep beneath New York City, kind of looking for this cat that's looking for its owner, her owner. The cat's name is Tilly. Tilly's looking for Carter. You're chasing Tilly. You did fairly successfully, and then there was the giant spider. So you chased the giant spider, and then there were more spiders. So you charmed those spiders, and then like blew over the other spider. And there was like some Fast and the Furious hijinks. It was glorious. Levin there may have been a divergent path now where Levin doesn't become an evil dark wizard and instead becomes a kind of Robin Hood figure, like robbing train cars on brooms and doing stunts.
Thanks,
This
Techie.
tarot card says he was supposed to be a leader, right?
Techie just
Yeah,
gave-
yeah,
Leader of the darkness.
You can be the leader of your own gang of hot rod broom riders.
Techie just gave each of the players a trickery token. Thank you, Techie.
Nice.
Yay! Thank you.
Appreciate you.
So,
Thank you.
and
We're gonna need
you
it.
came to a
Didn't give any to the Dave. Or to Chad, sorry.
wow.
DM. I meant to say DM.
You're still
You came to a
traumatized
fork
from
in the
last
road.
night or what?
Probably.
a
Yes,
little bit.
yes, we are.
I'm not.
I sweated all night.
Good.
Even afterwards, just thinking
Right
about it.
afterwards.
You came to a fork in the tunnel. One side water sounds, one side firelight, maybe. You went that way after
Oh.
talking to Tilly with your beast speak. Oh, sweet. Even I got one. Thanks, techie woman. Let that be a lesson to you, everyone on the internet. You too can bond over Johnsonville brats.
Good quality entertainment here.
Rats.
Them's the jokes, folks.
Only in the Midwest.
Only in the Midwest. I love brats. You go down the right path towards what as you kind of fly down this path, you can see is obviously kind of a series of flickering firelights. And as you're kind of going, you are now kind of able to notice as you get kind of closer that the kind of these old lamps, these kind of old emergency lamps that had been kind of lighting your way, are kind of out some distance. And then so you're kind of in the last like pool of light, and there's some distance of darkness that is a span. It's hard to tell, right? Because it's dark. And then there's this light, this flickering light. You can see now as you're kind of closer that maybe there's a like a large that the room in front of you kind of or not but the tunnel in front of you kind of opens a bit where this firelight is. You can see it's still a little ways away, so it's maybe hard to see super details, but you can see that there's some kind of perhaps built up debris. You can see a piece of you can see like fingers of flame kind of licking up from behind, like a kind of some kind of pile of rubble or trash that has been kind of piled up on perhaps on the left side of the tunnel. You can see nightmarish shadows on the walls, prancing and perhaps gyrating about. There is, of course, not like that.
I'm not supposed
but
to see these types
there
of
is
things.
there is one shape that you can see that is kind of elongated, and it seems to be swinging its arms in a pendulum motion, perhaps as if it was flossing, as the kids like to do.
Chair floss.
Chair floss. And you can hear a kind of strange kind of broken tune of some kind of like imagine when you were in high school, if this was like the high school that existed where like the jocks were really bad and they like beat up everybody else and like broke band instruments, but then the teachers were like, no, you have to play anyway. So they're trying to play a concert with broken ass instruments. That's kind of what the music sounds like. Because if you had a couple of kids with like a busted trombone and like a xylophone that, maybe only one note actually rings and the other ones are just kind of like tink, 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 tack, tink, tack, all these weird kind of sounds. But it's kind of a tune. Like you feel like there's a bit of a tune there, but it's all like these weird broken sounds. And you hear these kind of voices kind of over the top. And they're kind of singing some kind of weird song in a language that with words you don't understand. And it's all kind of strange.
Does it sound like Japanese?
Having heard Japanese recently, you are 100% certain that it is not Japanese.
Okay.
Guys.
Yeah, is that?
We should be really quiet. We should see what's going on.
Should we sneak up there?
Yeah, let's sneak up there and we can all at the same time cast like a brightness spell.
Yeah.
And maybe like you'll scare them away. Or at least make them bright.
Let's go on first.
Hey, does anybody know a spell that'll make us quiet so we can sneak up?
What are you all doing?
Easily?
What are you doing here?
What?
Who's that?
And it's Supreme.
You
I love it.
What are you guys doing here? No. You hear this whispered voice, and you kind of turn as a group, right, and look kind of back because it comes from kind of behind you, and you can see. You're not really sure how you missed it, maybe because you're in like the last pool of light, so it's diffused, but you can see the pale, eerily pale, very familiar glow of the light being that you saw all of those weeks ago
The energy vampire.
in the subway.
I'm gonna run.
And
Scream.
Yeah, I scream
Colton
and run.
takes off. Colton takes off. You see that being this close, it's not simply a being of light either. There is you can kind of see a faint human like features inside the light, and there are like little motes of light that actually kind of make up this light. But Colton, which way have you run?
Let's see. Let me roll. Let's see.
And it is a female person.
I am running away, so I'm running towards the chanting.
Excellent, as they say.
And then I just take off.
I'm gonna have to put my hat back on for this. All right.
I take out my jar of pickles, unscrew the lid, and then throw a pickle at the energy light person because that was what worked last time.
How did it work last time?
Last
juiced
time
up. It was juiced up with
Fulton
chili peppers.
hit the energy being with a pickle, and it went, pickles, and then we went back.
Yeah, it the pickle this time kind of goes through it and like flops down there on the ground.
We're in trouble, guys.
And this bean says, kind of gets like a concerned look on her face, and she says, you might want to stop him. He's running. That might not be good.
You did this.
Hey, maybe we got on the wrong off to the wrong start.
You're under arrest.
Okay, shoot. Let me just.
That's right. This is student's arrest.
Yeah. And I'm gonna just turn, look down the hallway where Colton's running, and just scream at the top of my lungs, "Colton, come back! Don't run that way!
What?
We're arresting her!"
He stops running. On what charges?
Shh.
Loitering.
Threatening children.
Okay. Turns around.
You're just screaming down this hallway.
Yeah, that's awkward. This is annoying. I have a name. There's a name for this person, but I've lost.
Tell us your name.
Who are you?
The
Oh,
Why are you glowing?
this being says, yes, my name is Dr. Alicia Wright.
are you a teacher from Bruxton?
No. Although I am an alumni, I did graduate from Bruxton.
Are you
That was many years ago.
are you a medical doctor?
I'm a researcher. I'm a scientist.
Oh,
Magical scientist, whatever they, you know what I mean.
Why
Yeah.
are you sneaking up on us and scaring us to death?
I mean, there's not really good ways to.
I'm gonna need to see
Situation
some
warrants it.
identification.
Okay,
oh,
This
good
seems
one.
very suspicious.
Good one,
Yeah, I
Levin.
can't
You work
really-
for the Goblin
can't-
Queen.
I can't really do that right now. This form is it doesn't have pockets.
Do you
Where's,
have?
where's Carter? Do you know where Carter is?
Yeah, I'm guessing somewhere over that way with the Goblin Queen. I've tracked him. He's give me Let's one of you make a charm roll.
Max.
I'll do it.
He shakes out his hair.
With magic? Or just straight?
Just straight.
16.
16.
Yeah.
She kind of like thinks for a minute, and she's like, she's doing that thing that adults do, you know, when they don't really want to tell you outright a thing, and so they're kind of like thinking about an acceptable word to use, and she kind of looks at you all and she says, he's my patient.
Patient.
Really? Well, we better go save him.
Well, yeah, we're down here trying to help him.
Well, you're just glowing.
Yeah,
So,
what
well,
have you
it's-
ever done for him?
Hey, guys,
Patient, you're killing him.
hey
More
guys,
than
huddle,
you
huddle up for a
could
minute.
ever know.
Excuse me.
Yep,
Okay.
just a
All right.
moment.
Pickle Ninja Warriors, huddle up.
Okay.
right, you guys.
This
First
is
of all,
awkward.
Do we believe this person?
Not even a
think?
little.
Really
I mean-
suspicious. Like, why is she here? And she's not even helping.
But she's
She
been really
refused
nice
to give
to us.
identification.
Okay, yes,
Not
that's
carrying
true.
ID. Suspicious.
But she snuck up on us in order to give us information. I think she's trying to help us, guys.
Has it been useful information?
Yeah, she
Yeah.
said she
She's
was
a doctor.
That's just to make her look good.
Well, she
But if
said she
it's-
was also tracking Carter.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
not helpful at all.
tracking him. That doesn't sound helpful.
Well,
Mm.
We found
Like
him
a-
ourselves. We didn't even need her.
Do you think she's a stalker?
Well,
Oh my gosh, she's
Walker.
Carter has a stalker?
uh-oh.
He is kind of famous after that TikTok video where
Yeah.
he dropped his drawers.
Oh, that's right.
I mean,
The price of fame.
All right, well, should we pretend like we trust this person? And then maybe they help us out. If they help us out, we're in luck, but we're suspicious the whole time. And we're
Yep.
ready on a hair trigger to cast a spell
Heck yeah.
to turn their glow off, right?
Yep. Yes.
So,
Yes.
okay. What do you guys think? Should we pretend that we trust them?
Okay.
Okay.
And then at the end,
Yeah.
when we're all when we get Carter back, we have to get Carter back.
Yeah.
We arrest her.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. All right. Let's do it. Yeah, we'd love to work with you, like as a team.
Yeah. You seem very knowledgeable.
Totally legit, not sus at all.
No,
Oh.
totally. We trust you 100%.
We need help.
Show us the way.
We're just kids.
What's your plan?
Do you know where to find Carter?
She's just kind of like,
Do you know how to fight goblins?
oh. Yeah. Hang on, let me Google what goblins like.
Cats.
What do goblins
They eat
Like-
cats.
I hate
Gambling.
cats.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not even making this. I cannot make this up. I searched what do goblins like. There are 3 different pictures of goblins across the top of the search screen, and then it says fire. They like fire.
That tracks.
Oh, I gotta print screen that. That is hilarious.
I am also interested in that trash pile that we passed earlier.
You didn't pass it.
That
It's up.
tracks
Oh.
too.
It's up in front of you.
I am just gonna like awkwardly like start edging over that way, as in my nature to look for objects, and I would like to see if I can find something useful.
Okay, so it's like up by where the kind of fires and things are. It's up across this expanse of darkness.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. I
yeah,
thought
yeah,
it was
yeah.
closer. I thought it was on
It's
the
like-
way between.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, it's in the it's definitely in the
All right. I know
the
it's there
goblin
though.
zone.
Like,
Yeah, you
hone
can
in on
see
it.
you have the innate sense that there is a trash pile up there. You can see
She can sense
Walter
it.
Itchy
or
palms.
Walt or Wally or whichever one of them is around. You can see his little nose, just sniffing out that trash.
yeah, Walton. We'll get that later.
She says, there's not a whole lot I can do in this form. I can act as a great distraction. Obviously, we have to find out what's up ahead. And figure out kind of what's are any of you good at scouting?
Mm-hmm.
Could like sneak up there? I'm obviously not good at scouting right now.
Mm-mm.
Well, I'm fast.
This
That'd be
form is glowing.
flight.
Yep. That would be a flight roll if somebody wanted to scout up ahead and remain undetected.
Do you want to scout, Roxy?
Yeah, I mean we can do that. And
Or are you just gonna go for the
okay.
trash pile?
I mean, you
I'm
could
gonna
go real
look at her
slow on
side
your
eye. I'm gonna
wand.
give her the
All right.
side eye. Hmm?
Go real
right.
slow on your
Go.
broom, I mean.
ask Walter and Wally and Walt and William to go and like scope this out. While I go over there with my broom too. I tell Walton.
Right.
Oh.
It's a good plan.
Miss Miss Wright, Miss Dr. Wright. Or why are you in that form? Why aren't you like us? Why aren't you like us?
She's an adult.
I can't. This is a non-corporeal form. It's high level magic. Perhaps you've read about it. Astral projection.
Yep.
Yeah.
Where are you
I'm-
actually?
Illinois.
Oh,
Illinois.
can't you like, I don't know,
I've never been to Illinois.
come here?
Yeah, everybody knows how to shadow walk.
Yeah, it's not that hard. We were in Ireland.
Were you?
Yeah, my uncle, he took me to this closet, and like then there was a centaur there,
In the
This
closet.
explains
We
a
played
lot,
dice.
Levin. This explains a lot about you.
Yeah, Levin.
Just in the closet with a centaur and some dice.
yeah, it was Ireland though.
I don't know if that was Ireland.
It was. I won stuff, and then
What should we do with these guys? I've got the
Oh
fairies
yeah,
in my...
we got a bag full of fairies. Do you know what to do with a bag full of fairies?
Should we cut them loose?
They might warn the queen.
Yeah, it
could
might
ask
just
him
be a
not
good
to.
idea to like keep them in there.
We'll wait.
Settle down,
Maybe-
guys.
Take a nap.
Maybe set them aside. Maybe
Maybe we'll tie him to something.
maybe
I'll hold on
like
to
a-
them. I'll hold
a
on to
deep
them.
hole.
Max, I'm a little worried that Levin might try to, So I'm gonna hold on to him.
He might kill the fairies.
There's something not right with Levin.
Ever since we dropped down the hole and he got
Mhm.
You know, you gotta like zoom. He's like,
Yeah.
he's been a little off.
I can't tell.
Speaking of which, I should have said this earlier, but it is the zappy zap is like that negative penalty is gone.
Okay. I think I forgot to use it a few times.
That's fine. Yeah. I meant to mention it earlier, but yeah.
I mean, why can't we just waltz right in there and say that we want Carter back? And that
Alright.
we'll trade for this bundle of fairies.
That's a good plan. Why don't you do that? You rush in there with your fairies, and then we sneak up around the outside and surround them, and while they're distracted looking at you.
Okay. What do you guys think about that plan?
I'll flank him.
I think we're doomed.
Oh boy.
Let's do it.
Roll a wisdom save. All right.
Levin has 1 point of dread.
At least. All right, let's do it.
Okay.
All
What
right,
if
here we
there's
go.
like
Alright.
100 of them in there?
Then we'll probably die.
We'll get ready to run,
I will.
right? Broom in one hand, wand in the
Hey,
other.
guys, there's just before we go in, just remember what we were taught in defensive magic.
Oh, shit.
We can do this. All we have to do, we make wards, and we can do little shield arcane sigils, and we can protect each other.
Hmm.
You know what to do.
I thought it was stop, drop, and roll. That's what I remember from that class.
That wasn't in that class.
It's good advice, though.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it really worked for the student who was on fire. So
Yep. Yeah, you're right.
All right. So let's do this. What are you gonna do? And because yes, incorporeal, but a potentially mechanically more powerful character. I'm not gonna like interject things in her, but she will be an asset. But what are you gonna do? And then what do you want the doctor to do?
What's the doctor's name? Dr. what? Dr. Bright?
Alicia Wright.
Alicia
Right.
Wright.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, doctor, you're coming with me.
All right.
We're going to go negotiate. And you're just going to stand behind me and look real tough.
And shiny.
Yeah, glow real
That's
bright, okay?
I'll do what I can.
Maybe help me be really persuasive. And maybe you can put in a good word for me later when I sign up to get deputized again.
I'm a
Double
doctor,
deputized.
not a cop.
Not a miracle worker.
Damn it,
Damn it,
Colt,
Jim.
I'm a doctor, not a miracle worker. I'm not.
Ow, don't hit me.
I'm just old fashioned country wizard doctor.
Okay.
Okay, so Colton and the doc are gonna go negotiate.
Mhm.
What are the three of you doing?
We're gonna surround. So
Yeah,
like
there,
I'm gonna try to crawl to the far side of the outside of the circle, and with my wand out, my broom in hand, and we're gonna attack him if it goes sour.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna fly up in the corner in the darkness where the lights aren't shining. Super slow, super tight up against the corner of the tunnel
Up against
with
the
my
ceiling.
staff in hand. Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
Actually, I'm going to, when all the Walters come out, I would like to do a magical spell to make them all look like me. Like a bunch of images of Roxana. So we can look like we're a bigger group of kids with wands.
Nice. I like it. I love it. Yes, there is a part of me that says we're going to take the obvious magical creature, but turn it into a child. Nope, this works. This is great. I love it. Nope, it's fantastic. Max.
I'm going to get on my broom and kind
Stand target.
silently fly up, kind of doing what Levin is doing, but go the other way than Roxy. So that I can move real quiet. No foot sounds.
Okay. So let's do this. Those of you who are moving stealthily, why don't we do flight rolls? Obviously, Carter or Colton and the Doc are gonna just kind of stride out into the middle of things.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna basically make our presence known as we approach.
And then Roxy, you're gonna airdrop a magically appearing, transforming number of you as the hype gang.
Right. Posse of
two.
6 Roxys.
Yeah. Okay. I like it. So let's do this.
Can I make a request?
So let's have.
Can I make
yes,
a quick
sir.
request? Can all of the Roxys be dressed up in the little sheriff's costume? Please.
Technically, she is still wearing the sheriff's costume from before.
Yes. She just looks
because
just
she did
like
in
her.
fact turn into the sheriff's costume when you left the room initially and never changed back.
Fair.
That's my request.
So absolutely. Yeah, I love it. So let's do this. Max and Levin, flight rolls. Let's have Roxy do a magic charm roll, and I'm going to reduce your difficulty because of you're kind of being aided by magical creatures.
Okay. I'll take it.
And we'll get to you, Colton, in a sec once we see how these folks do. Since you're just kind of jumping out in the middle of things.
I got a 14.
I rolled a 6.
Okay, so 11 equals 14. Max equals 6. Not minus 6. Equals regular 6. Roxy
11
equals 11. Okay, and that's and these are stealth. That works. Okay. So you all kind of get into like your go positions. What is let's do this. What is because I imagine that you kind of coordinate this a little bit. I hope you do. We'll say that you do. What is the signal to go that maybe Colton gives, since you're the one kind of jumping out into space, right into vision?
When Colton does the catness.
the 3.
Yeah. That'll be the
so
signal.
The two of you kind of scoot along the ceiling, and Colton and the Doc kind of step out into this area, and maybe a few heartbeats behind Roxy, you kind of fly out and like drop a swirling mass of tanuki that become Roxy's as they land. And this space that you kind of step out into, as I mentioned, it kind of widens out into another kind of station area. So it's a wider section of tunnel. You're kind of in on the old, now disused, obviously, train tracks of the subway. You can see that there are in front of you. There's a pile of refuse of some kind on the tracks. Behind that, there's a kind of a very apropos 50-gallon drum that's got some fire in it. There's some more 50-gallon drums with fire in them around various places up on the platforms. You can see that there are a number of kind of small, big, floppy-eared, green-skinned goblins are kind of they're prancing about. Some of them are playing these instruments that you've been hearing, and some of them are kind of doing this frankly obnoxious singing, and you can see that some of them are kind of dancing around a set of fires up on kind of this main platform off kind of to the, we'll say to the right, on the right hand side of the tunnel, maybe about halfway across this space, before it kind of goes back to a tunnel off halfway across or halfway up the platform, I should say. And you can see a form of a boy. It's Carter, obviously. Is kind of floating and kind of lightly spinning, kind of in the center of these goblins. And you can see there on a kind of a very off white porcelain throne, with a number of other reclaimed objects around it. Another goblin figure that has a very obviously well-used Burger King crown on her head. And you step out kind of into this firelight space, and you cross Colton and the dock, maybe 15 feet, and you feel that you're in a good position to make your declaration or whatever it is that you're going to do. So what do you do?
All right. He'll just kind of look up at the doctor. Follow my lead. And then he starts sweating.
All right.
Just sweat. Just starts rolling down the sides of his temples as he's like, oh shit. What am I gonna do? He's gonna quickly hopefully buff his charisma with a quick spell.
Okay. Yeah, all right. Give me a charm magic roll.
Not bad. 15.
15. Okay. Let's say you can let's keep the same kind of mechanic I've been using. You can add a second magic die if you say cast or if you cast a spell that's a charm spell, you can add a second magic die. If you're just charming without magic, you can still add a magic die.
Okay, that sounds good. He will pull out a small pack of gum, and he'll pull out a stick, and he'll like turn to offer it to the nope. He'll tear it in half and just eat half of his stick, put it back in his pocket.
All right.
And he's gonna walk up and he's whistling, trying to make it known that he's there, and kind of walking heavy as maybe the goblins I envision who are maybe warming themselves around these barrel fires, like kind of turn.
Yeah.
And he'll just be like, hi everybody.
There's kind of a note, like the car screech, the music a stop note, or like the record skip or whatever, and like the music stops and like these goblins kind of turn to look at you.
So, hi everybody. My name is Colton Sky, and I go to the school, and my good friend Carter is that kid over there. And I came here with my friend, the Dr. Allison Bright, and we would like to offer a trade. And then he's gonna does he see the Goblin Queen at this point? He's kind of looking around for a queen.
Yeah, you can see this figure that's kind of behind the fire, kind of behind where Colton is where Carter is kind of spinning. No, I did it. Where Carter's kind of spinning. You can kind of see her, and she's like elevated a bit on this. It's a toilet. That's
what I was wondering. A
Yeah.
porcelain throne. So I'm gonna walk forward more so I can get it within sort of like talking range of the queen.
Yeah.
So I have some of your friends that were causing trouble. They're not hurt or anything. And although my friend did want to like pull a wing off, but I was like, you're not pulling a wing off of this thing. We're going to negotiate. So I'm here to negotiate. And he's just going to kind of wave his wand around, and he's going to say, I think it would be really great if you would negotiate with me, because I'm here to get my friend. And he's gonna try to cast some sort of a charm spell on the queen.
Okay. All right. It's gonna be difficult.
Yeah, it should
obviously
be.
Like this is.
I'm gonna use my buff, so I'm gonna use my extra D4, and I have a trickery token thanks to Techie, so I'm gonna use my trickery token, which I think, what does that give me? Like a +1, right? Okay.
Yep.
All right, so here we go. I'm gonna try to charm this queen. That's not bad. That's 13, 15, 16 total.
The queen looks at you, looking at her, looking at you. The goblins stopped in their music making. Those who have instruments, they kind of look at you, and they kind of do the slow look up at the Goblin Queen. Carter's just kind of spinning, and
I'm going to blow a big bubble with my gum, just a big bubble.
She says, you can kind of see that there's like a glaze that happens. Oop. And she says, well, such a generous offer. This boon of a child, this magic boy for a sack of stinking fairies.
They do stink.
Far be it from me to not accept the offerings of strangers in my court.
Exactly.
She looks down at the goblins and she says, Squeezy, Binky, yes. Go collect those fairies. Stabby, Pokey, yes. We should give them back this boy. And the goblins are like, what? They're just like, and she says, yes. Don't make me ask twice.
You heard her, fellas. You know what? I'll even sweeten the deal. And he reaches in his pocket and says, I've got a half a stick of gum left. It's yours. Just out of principle. This has been wonderful. This has been a wonderful experience. Sweat just.
While
Beads
he's
down.
negotiating and they're distracted, Roxy would like to look for an object that might help us. With my adversity token.
Trickery.
All
Trickery
right.
token.
Trickery token.
One of the two.
All
'Cause
right,
I'm a
let
treasure
me-
hunter.
Let's see.
Is there something
Second,
that looks
nope.
exceptionally valuable or might
right.
cause a
I
big
have a-
distraction?
I have a random table.
Okay.
It is a cipher generator. Why don't you roll a D10 for me?
Okay.
Who knows what one can find in a goblin's trash heap deep beneath New York City.
Okay. That is a 3.
A 3. Okay. You dig around quickly in this pile of trash and you pull out a mangled iron, like a mangled piece of iron that you can see has been etched by acid. Hello, cat. And stop that. You instinctively know that it is protective in nature.
Like, I think
As
this is a magical object.
As a trash person, you,
He means
You're
that
like-
the best possible way.
yeah, not in like a bad way. As
Are
a
you
person,
calling Proxy a
An
trash
aficionado.
person?
as a person who digs around in the trash to find treasures, who is renowned the world over for her
Dumpster
ability
dive.
to dumpster dive
Found
with the best of
objects.
them. Yep, for found objects. You know that this is some kind of perhaps segment of iron that might have been a part of some kind of, like, maybe it was a part of an old magical subway and it was ensorcelled to protect the subway car, but you know that it has protective properties If
All
it were
right.
Dungeons and Dragons, you know that it would give you a +1 to armor class. But since this isn't Dungeons and Dragons, it does something else that's protective.
Okay. All right. I've got that. And actually, as Colton is giving his speech, he can just make out 5 Roxys all giving him a thumbs up from behind the goblins in the shadows.
The do either of the what are the two of you doing? Max and Levin. Levin, you so let's say this way. While Colton kind of jumps out and he's doing his thing and giving his spiel and chewing gum and whatnot, you are of course stealthing along the ceiling on your broom. You rolled really great. Where are you going?
I'm going to try to get, because I'm assuming they're not backed up against the wall or anything like that. They're just in the middle of this tunnel, right?
Yeah, they're like up on the platform, maybe about halfway. They're like halfway down the platform. So like you're in the train tunnel, and then it kind of widens out to the station tunnel, which is obviously bigger. And then there's the platform it's a distance. It doesn't matter, but they're like halfway down the platform, where they're kind of, and there's like there's fires and different stuff around, but then that's where they are, and they've got a bigger fire, and that's where, yeah.
So I'm gonna probably end up stealthing as close to the platform as possible up towards the ceiling, and then when I get to the platform, duck down, stealth across the ceiling as best I can, avoiding fires to try and get as close to Carter as possible.
Okay. Yeah, with a 14, you are able to. In the olden days, they built stuff very grandiose. The Victorians, right? So it's kind of a big, almost vaulted ceiling to this station, and so you're able to kind of super easily kind of hide up in the shadows of the ceiling and get pretty close. You're not like right above him because of the angle of, maybe there's like some weird decorative bits that the Victorians are also want to add to things. Victorians, they're America. We're America, but you know what I mean. It's this time period. And but yeah, so you're able to get into a very opportune position to do whatever it might be that you're going to do, should the need arise.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait and see if this works.
Okay.
And if it doesn't, the moment I realize it starts going south, I have the plan.
Okay. Max.
Okay, so
we know that things didn't roll so well for you comparatively, but let's ignore that for now. Where are you going? What are you doing?
So the setting was they're in middle of a subway platform.
Yep.
And where are we approaching from?
So you're approaching from
in the tunnel leading
from
up
the subway from the subway tunnel that leads up to the platform, and then presumably there's a subway tunnel that continues on the other side of the platform, or on the other side of the station. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna fly real low to the ground.
Okay.
Because they dip down onto the tracks. There's like a big, 5-foot drop off before you get to the tracks.
Because you're coming from the tracks.
Yeah. So I'm gonna fly real low and go past them and ready a spell.
Okay.
That would be kind of like, I don't know, do I need to say what it is?
Sure.
It'd be like a really big set of lights that would flash on.
Like the
across
like the Tomb Raider, like the Tomb Raider edition, like Jeep Wrangler light?
Well, there'd be a couple lights that are flashing like sirens, like cop cars,
Spin around.
and then 3 super bright spotlights that will like shine on them.
Okay.
Like they're trying to make it like they're surrounded. So it's kind of like an illusionary light spell.
Okay. So you are kind of terrain masking, as it were, and flying along the floor. You can see kind of Levin up in the shadows above you, and maybe as you're, and Colton steps out and starts his spiel, and you're kind of skirting along and getting in position, and they're a little distracted. But then you're a little distracted as you're kind of watching them. And then all of a sudden there's like 6 Roxys there, which is again more distracted. And you kind of get a little close to a heap of trash. And this trash heap kind of crumbles down, and two goblins that are kind of walking towards Colton and the dock to retrieve the sack of fairies, as that's what the deal was. And they're like right there. You're like, it knocks down, and they look at you and they're like, hey, but it's a trick. Sneaky. And
he's letting an alarm off.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna freeze and see if anybody does anything.
The goblins are gonna reach for you.
Whoa! Everybody be cool! Everybody be cool! Where'd that kid come from? Hold on a sec now. Let's finish our deal, and then you can have the kid. I don't know who that is. He'll look over at you. He'll look over at you, Max, and wink.
I'll be like, "What's going on in here?" I'm just like hanging off my broom next to the ground.
Where am I?
Colton, give me a new charm roll. Just because you're just yelling, be cool. So just give me a charm roll.
That's cocked. That's a 6.
6. The the goblins that are right there, and then the goblins up on the platform, they're like, tricks, it's a trap, they're tricking us. And the Goblin Queen is like, still ensorcelled, obviously, because you cast magic on her. She's like, no, give him, you gotta trade the fairies for the child. They're like, no, it's a trap. And they're gonna grab Max.
As soon as they do that, I'm gonna pull my staff, and as I pull my staff out, I'm gonna lower myself on my broom, speaking into my staff like it's a microphone to boom my voice out and be like, this is the Bureau of Agreement protection. There's been an agreement here. I'm here to enforce this agreement. What do you think you're doing, goblins?
My reaction will be to all just suddenly release my spell, casting super bright light in their eyes.
And 6 Roxys
Sirens.
in matching sheriff outfits come forward with wands.
Sirens chirping.
If this agreement
Oh,
isn't
man.
protected, you're all under
Better than I
arrest.
thought it would.
Drobing
This is
in blue light.
100% absolutely amazing. Let's do this. Let us adjudicate this in this fashion. Why don't we all roll flight, essentially as initiative to kind of see who does what in what order. Let's say that goblins are little fast little guys. They probably roll this kind of die. Ooh. All right.
Oh,
I'm gonna
rolling
be honest.
horribly tonight.
The goblins rolled a 2.
I just rolled a 2 as well.
Okay.
I rolled a 14 again.
14.
Nice.
Ah, damn, son. All right.
5.
5 for
I have an
Roxy.
11.
11. All right. So, 11. You float down, a booming voice. Give me a magic charm roll.
Fuck yeah.
A 2.
2.
Oh no.
You
Oh, the
you
dice.
float down and you start in on your spiel. Hey, this is the agreement police. That's super weird, but your voice cracks. Puberty is a bitch.
Preteen. Yeah.
Yep. And you could see that the goblins for a second, they were like, oh no, agreements are like legit things. But then your voice cracked and they're like, not so fast there, guy. 11. That was what, and what were you doing?
Colton?
Yes, sir.
Colton is going to close the distance between himself and the queen
Okay.
and is going to walk up to her and say, I have no idea what's going on here. This is very unprofessional, Queen. We had a deal and I've got your fairies right here and half a stick of bubble gum. Let's just make the deal. I'd like to get out of here before these agreement police arrest anybody. You know what I mean?
Let's go ahead and make we'll see. We'll even say we'll call it a magic charm roll.
Okay.
Since you are backed up both by bubblegum and by these shenanigans.
Look, Queen, I came here to negotiate and chew bubble gum, and I'm almost out of negotiation ideas.
And bubblegum.
I rolled a 12 with my magic included.
Nice. She says, well, yeah. Yeah, I'm not into this litigation either. So let's do this trade and get out of here.
Agreed.
And she Carter kind of like floats, spins like over towards you.
Hey, buddy.
Oh, hey. Colton?
It's all good. It's all good.
Oh, what are you doing here?
Queen, it's been a pleasure doing business with you. I suggest that we all just kind of go our separate ways before, the police. Bye.
And she takes your hoodie.
Mm-hmm.
So mark that off your character sheet.
It's off.
Hoodie, no. Yep. and the fairies and the half stick of bubble gum.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of bubble gum was it?
Spearmint.
Okay.
A lot of flavor.
Yeah. And Carter kind of levitates, lands, and is there.
Don't say anything. Just keep walking. Let's go.
Yeah, this is weird. Okay. Hey, the doc is here. Hey, doc. And Roxy.
That's 6 Roxy's and matching sheriff's costumes come forward with wands raised, and we all in one voice go, "This is the agreement, police." And that's for.
Give me a magic charm roll.
Oh man.
Come on, Roxy.
And make the magic part roll 5 times.
Okay.
Hell yeah. What? This is the last episode.
Yep.
And you have 5 magical raccoon creatures.
Yep.
Okay.
One more token, I think.
They have very large
7, 8.
fertility parts.
Wieners.
What? We talked about it before.
Big balls.
16, and I'll just leave it at 16.
16, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Booming voices. The goblins all kind of look at you all and scatter. Just like boop, gone. You're like, I didn't know anybody moved that fast. But these goblins are like, no, we're out of here. Well, they will, I guess, on their initiative. But they're ready to go. You know that. And they go next. Along with Max. Max, what are you doing?
I'm just gonna flick my wand and release the light spell I was holding on to, and some floating lights will appear, looking much like what I just put in our Discord chat. And it's just like strobing police lights just fill the tunnel.
The weird part is when I clicked on the notification, the first thing that came was the hot dogs. But there
you gotta scroll.
I scroll all the way down.
You gotta catch up. You gotta catch up.
Yeah. I see.
We have fun.
I see the flashing lights. Oh, I love it so much. Your light spell goes. Roxy and Roxy and Roxy and Roxy and Roxy and Roxy and Roxy. I think that's all of them.
Yeah.
Boom, voices boom. These goblins scatter. You see the Goblin Queen. She has a sack of fairies over one shoulder. She kicks the throne over, and a bunch of things that go in a toilet come out of the bowl of the toilet, and it makes a little mess, and they all scatter to the darkness. And you hear the doctor's voice. All of you kind of hear the doctor's voice. I'll be honest, I did not expect that. That is not how I expected that to go.
We're kind of the heroes of Bruxton.
We were deputized. Just in our genes.
And
Hey,
we're the Pickle Ninja Warriors. You probably
That's
have heard
right.
of us.
that's amazing.
They
Hey,
gave
you
us
should
a
get
medal.
out of here.
You can join our fan page on TikTok.
Yep. Big Wizard
What's
Big
69 too.
2.
I don't know what's TikTok.
2.
Big Wiz for life.
Underscore
Let's get
2.
the heck out of here.
Come on, let's go. Let's go.
I'm gonna pull out my broom. God, I had a stroke there. And then I'm gonna get Carter on the broom with me. And Tilly. Who's got Tilly?
I got Tilly.
All right, let's go.
Okay.
Yeah,
Billy.
you take off through the subway tunnels, kind of back the way you came, and kind of you're able to find the hole that you kind of came through to get here, and
It's kind of weird because there's just 2 Roxys on her broom, and then the others are somewhere. Tracks.
and you make it back to the library. Carter says, hey, wow, thanks for rescuing me, fellow Pickle Ninja Warriors.
You're one of us, Carter.
That was pretty that was wild. That was pretty scary there for a bit.
It's
How
okay.
did-
Have a pickle.
How did you? Oh, thanks. Crunch, crunch, crunch,
Just
crunch.
doing what we do.
How did you guys find me?
Tilly.
Yeah, we followed your cat.
Yeah,
Oh,
Tilly
Tilly.
let us do
Oh, Tilly, good girl. Brr, brr, you know,
She almost got eaten so many times.
she's like, yeah, I did. Wow.
Hey, Carter.
Yeah.
I think I speak for the rest of the crew here when I say we want you to be a Pickle Ninja Warrior too.
Yeah.
Thanks. I accept. I would love to be. Hey, but maybe there's
Ice cream?
maybe there's something I should tell you.
Yeah, what was the deal with the
Huddle up.
doctor?
Huddle up.
But
All right, yeah, tell us.
but you can't tell anybody.
Okay.
What
All
is
right,
it?
get in here.
I'm not a wizard.
You're not a wizard?
What are
I mean, I'm kind of a wizard now.
Are you a Tanuki too?
No. What's
What
a
do you
snoop?
mean?
No, like you were born wizards, right? Like,
Yeah.
like you can do
Yes.
magic. You're a wizard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's
Yeah.
most of the kids at school, you know.
The doc, she helped make me a wizard.
She gave you magical abilities?
What?
Yeah, isn't that wild?
He's a villain.
I didn't
And
know
that,
you
my
could do
friends,
that.
is where we will end this game
Yay!
of kids on brooms
Woo!
with revelations. And
We
I don't
are the
know.
heroes. We are
That
the
is
heroes.
where Dane and Waz, no. Wrap up, no. And on a cliffhanger forever.
Fair.
Awesome. That was awesome. We
hey,
did it, guys.
Everyone, first off, I want to say you, Dave, Kirk. I almost called you Kyle, but Kirk, Andy, Ashley. Hey, thanks. You guys are amazing. You have made this game super fun and really ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's been wild. It's been all over the place. And I appreciate it. It has been a good time for me. So thank you. And thank you, viewers, whoever is still here. Let me refresh. Probably Techie Woman, Abbott Costello, Cardman, Commander Root, La Kaylee, Rogue, Larcraft, Silver Red Fox Gaming. What's up?
Hey.
Vamp Wickman,
Hey.
The Wookie. There's some people I've never even seen on here
All
before.
right.
Rogue
Yeah.
Girl. Thanks for joining us. If you've seen all of these episodes, I'm sorry and thank you. It's been a great time. And yeah, this
And
has
Chad,
been our
Chad,
Kids and
thank
Brooms.
you, man. That was awesome. That was fun to play a new system
Yeah, it
that
was.
we hadn't
Heck
played
yeah.
before and explore a different kind of role play. Very, very different than the other games we've played so far. So thanks for
Very,
guiding us
Very
along.
different.
Yep.
So open, like,
Yeah, you let us do so many things.
yeah.
Yeah, if
Yeah.
anyone is watching out there who's ever known how to play this game,
That
this is
backwards,
probably all wrong.
That's okay. We
But
did it our way.
It was
Yeah.
super fun. Yeah.
Yep. That's
Um,
great.
Yeah. There is someone made a joke earlier about lawnmowers. There is a sub rule set of kids on bikes / kids on brooms called Dads on Mowers.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
No.
Wow.
What do you say?
Yeah,
we,
thanks.
Sorry, go ahead.
Thanks for joining us. There's R&R Productions is doing their first episode of their Spellburn playtest right now.
Let's rate them.
We should rate them.
Raid them.
Yeah, let's
Raid
do it.
them.
Raid them.
All
Raid
right,
them.
guys. Thanks everybody for being here. We're gonna rate R&R Productions, give them some of that guild love, and we'll see you next week for Beyond Saltmarsh. It ain't over yet,
Hell yeah.
folks. It ain't over yet. Let's raid. See you next time, guys. Love ya.
Bye.
Bye.